Hey, and welcome to a new video. Today we want to talk about how to avoid hallucinations from AI agents, because we have had a couple of requests on how to solve this issue. And most of those issues stem from the fact that the knowledge bases that are connected are not always called by the AI agent, giving them the hallucinations based on the chat history instead of the actual knowledge base. So if we take, for example, an example of this customer support agent, which is on the model responses, as you can see, we can also see that there is a knowledge base connected. Now, the issue here is that not always are the tools going to be called by the AI agent. It bases it off the fact on the chat history with the user. If there were already some related topics that have been addressed prior by accessing the knowledge base, so it will make assumptions instead of actually calling that knowledge base. So in order to be able to prevent that and always want the AI agent to call that knowledge base, it is best to remove the knowledge base from this section and put it inside its own AI function and a connected workflow. So let's create a new AI agent real quick. Let's say this will be a customer support agent. The description doesn't really matter. We can just fill something in. Let's say this agent is to reply to any business related questions. The contents of this, it does not really matter. The skill, however, along with the function does. So let's quickly fill in. Let's put this to GPT 4.1. For the parameters, we are now not, by the way, going for the responses model because we're not going to use a tool section. So it does not really matter whether or not that we go with responses or chat completions. So let's just go with chat completions. And here we can go with GPT 4.1. For the parameters, let's go with precise, and then for max tokens, let's set it to 2000. That's more than enough. Then for the persona, let's say you are, let's say chat, a friendly assistant who is in charge to reply to any business related questions. Then for the skill sets, it's really, really important because now we want to trigger a function that will always trigger when a certain business related question is answered. Now you could also say that you are going to trigger one specific function for every single reply that the user has, but not everyone knows how to set up these AI agents. So let's create a skill based on business related questions. So let's say the skill will be, and now we're going to make up a function name and we'll create the function afterwards. So let's say is to trigger the function called business, let's say business FAQ. Let's keep it simple. And that will be it. You can implement this in the rest of your skill functions, of course. But first, let's save this and let's create the actual function. So let's go towards AI functions. Let's say this will be business FAQ, and this function is to be triggered every single time a user is asking questions about the business and or its services / products. That's more than enough for the description. And then inside the function prompt, what is advised, because not all models work the same way with functions, is that you have at least one function parameter. So it doesn't really matter what this function parameter is going to save. It's just to have a value there in order to trigger the function call. Certain models, like with Claude, don't work well with functions that don't have any parameters. So we're going to make up a parameter. Let's say save the value business FAQ under the parameter, let's say status. Then 2, once the value is saved, trigger the function call. So those are the 2 steps that we are going to include. So we need to have a parameter called status. Also going to save this towards a status field. We already have one. And then we are going to set this to required, so it's always pre-filled. And then we're going to say description, this is to map the status of the user request. And then for the trigger workflow, we're going to create a new one. So let's say this will be business FAQ. Going to say add. And now we have this section enabled. What we need to do now is to connect this inside the AI agent. So let's go towards the AI agent that we just created. And now select this function, business FAQ. Let's press save. Let's go towards this specific workflow now. So we're going to search for it. So let's go with business FAQ. It's this one. And now what we are going to do, it's really, really simple. We're going to connect one action node. And this action node will search the knowledge base. Now, in the platform, searching the knowledge base currently only goes with the OpenAI integration. So if we go towards the integrations, we can go with OpenAI. And then inside, we will have an action called search knowledge base. So if we scroll down, you will see search knowledge base. Here we can define the model. So let's just select the same model as for the AI agent. You can also include the persona. If you added a persona inside of a bot field, you can do so as well. But for now, let's go with a really simple system message. So let's say search the knowledge base. Knowledge base for information regarding the user's question. Let's also say keep your replies short and in a conversational manner. Now, this does not need to be added, especially if you already included this inside your AI persona, for example. I just keep it as such. So for the input, we are going with the last user text input. So the last text input, let's say, tell me more about your business. Then for the knowledge base, you can search the business info. That is the knowledge base that we selected. For the max number of results, the default 2 is normal. That's good enough. If you have a really large knowledge base with multiple files, you might need to increase the tokens. So let's say we're going to set this to 1500. And then you can also remove keys to get a more clean payload back. But let's say test request. The important part inside the request is that you go towards the content tab. So this section, okay? And then go towards here. Now, the reply that it gives is, I couldn't find any specific details about the business in the document you provided. Could you give me a bit more context? This is because this is a sample knowledge base that does not actually contain that much information, but you need to map the contents, okay? The contents text, and we will leave this JSON path inside the video description. And then from here, you will be able to map it properly. So let's say this will be the AI response. There we go. Add this. And what we're going to do now, we're going to feed this information that we now fetched from the knowledge base back towards the AI agent. And we are going to do so with the action, AI actions. And then from here, we're going to go with the AI function result. And inside the AI function result, let's say the information found was the following. And then we can go with the AI response, where we saved the information from the knowledge base search. And now the AI agent always will search the knowledge base when this function is triggered. So you need to properly prompt this like we did inside the AI agent, right? Under the skill set, every time the user is asking a question about the business or a service product, the agent is to trigger the function called business FAQ. So every single time, what are your opening hours? Do you sell this? Do you have this? Then this function will be triggered. And inside the connected workflow, you will then search the knowledge base and then feed that information back towards the AI agent with the AI function result. And this way you will prevent hallucinations from coming by shifting the place where the information needs to be searched. So instead of giving the AI agent free reign on when it can or cannot search the knowledge base with the model responses model, right? Inside the AI agent itself, you are now stating that every single time a user asks a question about this, this, and this, you need to trigger this function. And inside this function workflow, we will have the knowledge base connected where the information will always be searched and then be fed back towards the AI agent. And this will reduce the number of hallucinations inside your AI agent drastically. So although it's a really great concept that you can connect your knowledge bases by using the OpenAI responses tab and then connect them here for the convenience part sake, if you see that you have too many hallucinations where the information is not fetched from that knowledge base, then it is best to shift that from the AI agent section back towards an AI function and then just call the action search knowledge base. So do try this out. You can pause the video at several steps to make sure that you can replicate this as best as possible. But for now, try it out, have some fun with it, and we hope that this resolves your hallucination issue. If you have any questions, meanwhile, drop them down in the video section, and we will try to reply to them as soon as possible. For now, have a great day and take care.